Hey guys, what's up? This is Ezekiel LA once again, and today I am going to be teaching you guys how to make a nice little ship. So as you can see, it looks pretty good, and it has a nice giant sail, some cannons down there, and yeah, let's just get started. So basically, you're going to want to make this little kind of frame here. So here, this is exactly 10 blocks long. This one is 3 blocks long, and obviously these little ones are just 1 block long. So make sure that you do this frame properly, because if you mess up, then you are going to mess up the whole ship, and trust me, it has happened to me before, so make sure you're really careful. By the way, this is going to be the front of the ship, and this is going to be the back of the ship. So keep that in mind. If you want to make your ship pointing at a certain direction, make sure that the longer end is the front and the shorter end is the back. So make sure you do that. Okay, so what you're going to do here is basically put the blocks diagonal. I'm pretty sure everyone knows to do that. So just like redo the frame, except leave this block and this block empty for later on. And now what you're going to want to do here is add 6 blocks. So right here is going to be 4 blocks, and then there should be 2 sticking out. And this is for the front of the ship, and then do the same thing on the other side. And then in the back of the ship, you want to add 4 blocks. So 3 should be attached to the thing, and then 1's just kind of hanging there. And you want to do in the same kind of side there too. So from here, you're going to want to add a 2x3 block to make 6 blocks right there. So that's a total of 6. You want to put it right on top of the thing right there. And then back on the other side, you're going to want to add a block on the edge of this. And in the inside, you're going to want to make this box corner-like shape. So make sure you do that. And yeah, that's it for that. So here, you're going to want to go back to the back of the ship and add diagonal blocks like so. From there, you want to extend it by 2 more blocks. So that's going to make like this kind of shape. Then, once you do that, you want to add this like thumb looking kind of thing. So that's 5 blocks you're going to be adding, and it should look like that. And then, you're going to want to go back to the front of the ship and just add 2 more diagonal blocks. And then, you're going to want to make a box shape once you do that on top. And then, so we're back here on the back of the ship. Sorry about all the pictures flying in everywhere, but anyway, yeah. So on the back of the ship, you want to look carefully at this, and what you're going to want to do is add 2 more going this way, and then add 2 more on top. So it goes on top of here, and then you add 2 more. And then from there, just add a height of 2, make sure it's diagonal, and once you do that, go back to the front of the ship, and add a diagonal of 3 stairs. So it should look like this. So if you see this, then that means you've done a good job. So basically from there you're gonna want to add like I think it was 3. So you want to make like a box kind of shape, and then from there just add like an L, which I think it was 4 or 5 blocks. I'm pretty sure it's 4. It should look like that. Anyway, so yeah, you put that in the front, and in the back you're gonna see this giant empty space. All you gotta do is just fill it in with like wooden planks, so it should all connect like that. So then in the inside, as you can see in the back of the ship area, you're going to want to make this kind of shape. And then on the roof, so you're gonna make a roof here. You see this? You're gonna want to add all this stuff. And then from there, add 2 wooden stairs, and then add some fences. Now you're going to want to put a wooden slab floor for the whole thing, but make sure that you leave like a little opening for the something else later on. So make sure it's in the middle of these things, and then the door aligns with it. So right there. Then just put like a wood right there, and just leave it there for a while, because we're going to work on that later. So then you're going to want to put some fences all around these things. So not here though, because this is just for like getting in and out of the ship, you know. Anyway, so here, this is very important. Make sure that you put it in this exact spot right there. So remove 3 wooden slabs, and once you're down here, you're going to actually want to make like a platform down, which make sure that you have 2 blocks of space for your person to walk around in. And when you do that, you're probably going to realize that there are holes in the sides of the walls. So simply what you want to do is just go on the outside, fill it in, so therefore water cannot get into the ship anymore. And then remove all the water, add some stairs, and then you can do whatever you want down there. Okay, so on this log thing, as you remember, add 16 more pieces of wood on top of that log. So you should have a total of 17. Now, on the top, you want to put two wooden planks right there and there, and make sure that there's 2 blocks of space in between. And then on the bottom, you're gonna want to add 4 wooden stairs. So replace the slabs with wooden stairs, and then make sure there's 2 blocks of space, and then add the wooden planks again. Okay, this is really important, so make sure you do this one right. What you're gonna want to do is add 3 more wooden planks to the 2 middle ones here, like so, and make sure that it's facing the front of the boat, not the back. So for me, the front was this way, not this way. So make sure that it's in the front of the boat, facing the front of the boat. So here, you're gonna want to extend it by 5 blocks for both of them, and then on the top one, you want to extend it by 4 blocks. And then, this is pretty simple. So first, just add a line of wool directly touching the thing, and then diagonal forward, you want to add another layer, like a line, but make sure that there's like a 1 block space right there, and then go diagonal forward again, and add a height of 3, and then make sure that there's no space, so this time it's just like diagonal, right? And then on the same thing, don't go diagonal, just add like another layer of thing of a height of 2, and make sure there's space in between. And then this time you're going to want to go diagonal backwards and make sure you fill in the whole thing. And then you're going to want to just increase the height by 2, make sure that there's 1 block of space, 1 extra block right there, and do the same thing, go backwards, and then just do this thing and make sure that there's 1 extra block there, and you're done the sail. So on the back of the boat, you're going to want to add a ginormous ladder, but make sure that there's 2 spaces right there. And then here, you're going to want to add fences of a height of 3. And then just add like a little platform, doesn't really matter how you do it, as long as you have a platform. So that's good. And then last, just put some cannons. To build a cannon, simply take out a block, and then just put 2 stone blocks in there, and then just trapdoor. I know this doesn't really look like a cannon, but come on guys, it's Pocket Edition. This is the best I can do. So yeah, this is the ship, and it's a little hard to make. It took me a really long time. It took me 7 tries actually to make it perfect. Now in the sail, you can make a pattern. You can do whatever you want with the sail, the basement, and the captain's room. This is the captain's room back here, by the way. This is like the basement kind of thing, and the sail. So you can decorate it however way you want. And yeah, that's basically how to make a ship. And I hope you guys have enjoyed, and I will see you next time. Peace out.